It is on. Hang on. Okay. Hello, Crystal. So nice to have you back, to have you on this program. How are you?
Hi, Hock. I'm doing good. I'm fine. Thank you so much for inviting me for this
You're most,
interview, Hock.
you're most welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce my new guest. She is Crystal Gaw, evolutionary coach, founder and initiator of FESIG, which is actually called Free Energy Special Interest Group. It is a very fast growing movement with up to now 90 videos on its own YouTube channel and hitting more than 60,000 views. Congratulations, Crystal.
Thank you so much, Hock.
And
We could have done better. It's just that we suspect that we've been blocked to a certain extent because of the things that we do here, unfortunately.
anyway, FESIG or FESIG is a platform where science meets spirituality by gathering scientists all over the world, researchers, developers, and inventors of free alternative energy. And this group would has been working together for humanity. So Crystal is now in London, and she's a lifelong seeker of truth and knowledge. So, Crystal, let us begin. But first, I would like to say a special greeting to you, if I may.
Certainly, Hock.
Selamat pagi, Crystal. Apa kabar?
Kabar baik. Selamat
Terima
petang.
kasih. Terima kasih. Saya sangat gembira mendapat temu duga dengan saudari kerana saudari sudah sangat maju dalam bidang saudari.
Terima kasih.
Sama-sama. So now, let us switch back to English. You have been involved in the free energy movement for quite long. Can you first define free energy for our viewers?
Well, you said I've been involved for quite long. It wasn't that long, actually, for you. I started physics like mm, uh, February 2016. That's precisely when I got started. You know, we were a whole group of us were like with Mr. Mehran Cash of the Cash Foundation. We were tinkering around with plasma energy. We were working on for a couple of years, yes, before I started physics. And then I thought, oh gosh, I might as well start physics so we can have a platform where we can invite the other modalities of science and the school of thoughts and you know, even healing for to create a platform where science meets spirituality, basically, because you need the spiritual aspect to solve the missing equation. So you were saying to describe free energy. Free energy. Energy is supposed to be free. We are energy beings. We are. Oh well, you know, as I've just read this link on Facebook this morning that the Earth rotates freely. So it must be having some energy to do all this rotation. So why couldn't we have free energy? Of course, people will say, "Oh, free energy is an overused word and it's meaningless." And then some of them were using alternative energy, whatever it is energy. And energy is meant to be free for humanity. It's not supposed to be like you know, that you have to pay some bills to have electricity at home, and how we wish that we can have free energy. And indeed, we actually do, and most of it's suppressed.
Oh,
So
yes.
that's what I'm trying to bring it forward.
I agree with that. Actually, there are inventions of for free energy for humanity. However, it is being suppressed. So, and Crystal, you are the founder of FESIG, and how did it all begin? Can you tell us something?
Oh, as I was mentioning, we were with the Cash Foundation, the Knowledge Seekers Group, and of course, the whole group was very interested in, uh, moving forward with the GANs, the plasma technology that Mr. Meher and Cash had started, and it was very fascinating. Um, Unfortunately, there had been some bickering within the various groups in them, and I thought, how about starting a new group where we can actually have a common platform where everyone can just come in and share their knowledge and their points of views without saying, oh, my science is better than your science, and a platform where science can meet spirituality as well, because I always believe that spirituality within us is the awesome intellectual from nature, the intellect from the spiritual connection with the supreme creator of all that is going to solve all the problems. So the missing equation, I believe, can be found in the intersection point where science meets spirituality. So that's how we got started. And everybody's quite happy with that. And it's growing and growing and growing. And I invite speakers from not only of science, but of spirit as well. And esoterics, researchers coming into the picture does say a lot in how some of these correlations of the scientific problems can be solved, basically. So there you go. Yeah. Have I answered your question?
Yes, yes. As a matter of fact, you even answered more because you touch on the mixture of spirituality into energy. I love that very much, actually.
Oh,
And I'm also actually involved in healing, and healing is also energy. I use energy healing in my work, and it all boils down to energy, Crystal. I agree with you.
yes,
So
that's
um,
it.
you are able to bring in lots of expertise in your interview, and I'm sure a lot of people have gained a lot of knowledge by watching those interview, and that is why um, today I'm calling this interview the interviewer.
Not quite that way, Javier. Well, the physique meeting recordings are not interviews. If
Ah,
you realize that, they are called meetings,
for meetings.
because
Yes.
because our meeting is only once a month, okay? And that once a month, we started off with twice a month, and our executive council members were saying, "Oh, it's so tiring, having to repeat that twice a month," and we don't want people to get fed up with us bombarding inboxes with invitation to join meetings. So we thought, okay, we'll do it once a month, but we're gonna have two sessions in one meeting. So
Oh,
that's why you have this 90 videos. And during the meetings, we thought, well, it's a meeting of minds sharing the technology, sharing the knowledge, sharing ideas, so that we can move forward and forge through new frontiers to develop free energy. As I said before, free energy encompasses not just the scientific inventions of some motor generators or batteries that you can plug in, that you can save electricity on, or generate free energy without having to pay any electricity bill. It's also encompassing healing. As you say, energy is in everything, because we are this bio electromagnetic chemical beings that we are. And so it is into healing, it is into, as you say, energy is like the Chinese say chi, and Indians would say prana. So if you can harness that as well into the making of the devices as in the scientific inventions, I think that's going to be superb. And indeed, we do have speakers who come in who combine the two, and it's really amazing.
Yes, it's an exciting time, I must admit, because of the advancement and involvement of technology. And what I know is in the very near future, health would be a focus of new inventions. And the diseases that are being, the chronic ones that are being treated by the medical fraternity is going to be a huge leap because of these new technologies that will surface, and humanity will benefit from it, Crystal. That's the way I see it. It is going in that direction.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is where, I'm so glad we thought of this and we started this going on this platform where science meets spirituality. If I remember correctly, recently I've gone to Amsterdam to attend the Global BAM 2019 conference, where we have some of the most successful inventors as speakers in the conference. And it's a whole room full of consciousness activists, apart from free energy researchers, inventors, scientists, and developers. And they all, when I was given the microphone to introduce FESIG, because of the collaboration that we have, FESIG collaborating with Global BAM, we managed to pack up the whole room full. And I spoke about how, FESIG is the platform where science meets spirituality. And people were so excited about that. The awakening souls right now are realizing how important it is to have the spiritual aspect of science involved. Yeah. And also in our meetings, we call it meetings, it's not an interview, because we wanted the special speakers who are carefully selected to come in to share their thoughts on their inventions, on their science, their development of free energy. And it came down very well with everyone. And I remember during the conference, after I've spoken, people rushing to me and asking for our website because they wanted to join us, and they thought this is a very good idea.
Indeed. Okay, the other thing that I have in mind is that the healing aspect is getting important, and spirituality and science. Let's just talk about spirituality and science. In the years ago, they don't mix at all. But it is my belief that it is the physicists really who will be able to combine the science of physics and spirituality in the future, because that's where the blend of ideas and the proof of physics, like quantum physics, is going in that direction, Crystal. It is the physicists, and I feel it is the physicist that's going to make the breakthrough. What do you think?
Absolutely spot on, Hock. That's what I thought as well. That's why we have created this platform. So, when we have quantum physicists coming in, and we have, well, I have to mention their names, I'm afraid. We have Dr. Yeoh Lucky Servic, who is foremost, what you call that, consciousness activist in the sense that he has combined the two together so very well, and he's talking about consciousness. He's talking about the oneness in the one family of all the species, and not just necessarily human species alone. And he's talking about energy from the ethers, and he's developed this Dodika technology that can solve a lot of problems on the planet, and we applaud him for doing that. And he's coming up with products which is still hush-hush, but it will be out soon. That is going to make a difference. And then we have Mike Emery, who Sasha Stone had said that he's probably the top quantum physicist in the world because of his thought-provoking developments on ideas, and he had actually developed the organic bubble tech right now, which is like a tool of euphoria that enhances and trigger consciousness and you know, the awakening process of the third eye. And he's his whole group of people that is fast growing in his Facebook, the organic bubble tech Facebook. If you type these words, you'll be able to find it. That's a whole group of thousands of followers who developed this. Of course, Mike invented this together with his other friends, his partners, about 3 of them actually. They came up with the organic bubble tech, which is a solution to all these microwave EMFs and all that is in the air, from the microwaves, from the television, from the radio, from the 3G, 4G, and now 5G, which is a genocidal weaponized technology, which everyone is like so terrified of, and there's going to be a world march against that soon. I think end of this month, if not, it's next year, January, beginning of January, every other big city, there will be a huge big march against 5G. So we in FESIG, we have this whole team of most brilliant quantum physicists, metaphysics, physicians, scientists alike. They are solution bringers. They come up with solutions for all these problems that we have. And I mean, Dr. Lucky has got his consciousness Dika crystal bioshield that you plug into your computer, or you plug into anywhere, you know, and it just diffuses the harmful energies, the microwaves, the EMFs and whatnot, you know. And Dr. Jack Bauer, whom Sasha Stone has brought in, had come up with the Russian scientist's invention of the bioshield, the 5G bioshield as well, that is going to reverse the degeneration effects of the devastation of 5G. It's a genocidal weapon, according to Sasha, and some of the whistleblowers who came out to tell, like Mark Steele, you know. So it not only does it reverse it, it actually regenerates the damaged cells. There have been experiments conducted on how, when the 5G was switched on, out on the what's called the lamppost outside the window of this 72-year-old man, and his blood cells were taken and then was shown on the screen, and then put under the microscope, and then 1 hour later, after the 5G was switched on, it was gobbled up, you know, the red blood cells, you know, it wasn't normal, and so the degeneration is broken. Okay, and then now with this invention, they plug in the bioshield and it regenerates the person's damaged cells and whatnot again. So it's really amazing. Science and spirit combined is going to be even more powerful. Sorry, I've been talking too long. Too much. Go on, then, Hock.
What you said was very informative, and I would just like to also add on that technology is going to help our planet Earth to get rid of the pollution in the air, in the seas, on the landfills, and stuff like that. So we have to help ourselves. We can't give our powers away for some alien spaceship to come and help us. That's the point. We need to help ourselves. And I see this direction that we're going. It will help to alleviate a lot of mankind's problem with pollution, which is a huge problem. As you can see, bees are dying and birds have been falling off the skies, and the beaching of whales because they were disorientated, and so on and so forth. So it's a very exciting future that we will be approaching, Crystal. I think so.
So, yes, indeed, Hock. Yeah, we are very excited, this group here, because the speakers who are speaking in FESIG are really amazing. They're the most brilliant people you could ever come across, and yet they are humble in a way, and they are in touch with the spirit within, and that's what we like really. And I think we can go very far with that. And you are right, actually, people out there, listeners, you are not to depend on. I know there are different school of thoughts here. If we can get speakers who are not aware of UFOs, ETs coming to rescue them, are completely, totally non-believers, and yet we have on the other side those who are so completely believing in their ET brothers and sisters, that they are totally embracing that and wishing and hoping that they will be rescued by the UFOs, the ETs, fleets coming in to take them out when things get really bad. Unfortunately, that is not supposed to be, because when we are here, period, in the human body, in embodiment, we are living a human experience. Therefore, Alex Collier was told by the Andromedans that we are the pop-outs, so we are spiritual royalty, and we carry 22 root races with ETs from all over the universe. So therefore, we are really awesomely powerful and creative, and we have the divinity in our DNA as well, the spiritual royalty, remember? So therefore, we are supposed to save ourselves, and we are not to wait for anyone else to save us, any other species to come and save us, because this world, I mean, of course, there has been so many disinformation out there regarding the information that are thrown at us on the internet, and of course there's the secret space program, which was started by the Nazis, and during the reign of President Eisenhower's time in the early 40s, and they started the secret space program in conjunction with collaborating with the other races, non-human races from the ETs basically, and they have developed very, very advanced technologies, and they had taken people on 20-year contracts according to the super soldiers that James Ring had gathered. I mean, James Ring is brilliant. He's pioneered in that, and he was the first to have disclosed this kind of information to all of us. James is with me in physics since day one. So anyway, and so we have all kinds of advanced technologies, which is like thousands of years ahead of what we have known and got the access to on this planet. Unfortunately, I mean, these are either on planet or off planet. Basically, they were talking about having bases underground, the deep underground military bases, where these advanced technologies are that you see spacecraft flying out from the North Polar opening and the South Polar opening, Antarctica, and people like whistleblower investigative journalists, award-winning ones like Linda Moulton are talking about Antarctica. Underneath the thick ice sheets is the base of the secret space program. some of the biggest bases there, and there's Pine Gap, there's Men with You here in London, and I mean in England, in the middle of England, and of course Pine Gap in Australia, and Area 51 in the US. So these are bases for the secret space program, where these technologies are so advanced, you could actually regenerate limbs when they lost it in the battlefield in Mars or the Moon, according to the secret space program super soldiers on contract there, like Captain Randy Kramer, who's one of our speakers. We have several speakers from the secret space program in FESIG. Now, this is a platform that welcomes all, with all kinds of thoughts, and just so we can forge new frontiers in the development of green energy. And how we wish this advanced technology could be released to us instead of reinventing the wheel. But there again, our scientists has been suppressed for so long when it comes to the free energy being released that they have invented, like people like Tesla, for instance. Tesla is the most important scientist of our time. I think his inventions has been used, far and wide until today. It's still, evergreen, and the first to have invented a spaceship or something, and it's been used by the Germans on their Antarctica expedition, and they have been developing that underground and all that. So there you are. It's all within our hands, even though all these technologies are suppressed, or the SSB advanced technologies are not to release to us. We have it in our hands, in our hearts, in our mind, to continue with what we can do within reasonable limitations, that is available to us, and keep going. And hopefully we have enough people awaken enough and have this consciousness shift to forge for a disclosure in a big way, so we can have the release of all these technologies. Thank you.
Yes.
And I must add, sorry, Hock,
yeah.
We are at the brink of extinction, so they say, okay? So if these advanced technologies are not released on time to clean the oceans, to clean the air, to the food chain has been terribly poisoned, to clean all this, then, well, that could be an extension of the Homo sapien that we are, the human race, if this is not released fast enough. What say you, Hock? What do you think?
Well, Crystal, let me tell you something which you probably are not aware of. And this is with regards to a little group of energy healers that I have. In fact, you can count it on our fingers. We have our own, Crystal, we have on our own done a lot of background work. And I've started off with cleaning some rivers and waters around my area. And later on, our group of energy healers will work on, or some of them are already working on Mother Earth to renew her energies and stuff like that. The ley lines, the grids work, and the portals and so on and so forth. So energy workers the world over are also now involving themselves in preparing Mother Earth or Gaia to the new golden age, alongside with the scientists. But energy workers work in the background, Crystal, honestly. And I know many of them who have done tremendous heavy duty work, and even some work involve off-planet issues, So it's just a little bit of info for you that there are people right now, especially energy workers who are hard working on Mother Earth.
I'm so pleased to hear that, Hock. I'm really delighted to hear things like that. You know, I actually have an arts background, although I have my postgraduate degree in Master of Science, but that's in multimedia. So I'm not really a scientist myself. I always believe that, well, you know, I've studied spirituality under a number of spiritual masters, and I've learned, also was told, that we are not to rely on scientific invention that is matter made of metals, you know, metallic form and all that you can touch, see, feel. Actually, the power is within us, and that our consciousness is not so much bombarded with all these electromagnetic EMF waves, radiation, and all that. If we hadn't been so dumbed down by all these harmful waves of the ray waves and radiation and whatnot, then we would be more adept at sitting down in meditation to awaken all this energy. As we know that only 2% of the DNA is, well, being in use right now is active. Okay, the rest of them is, scientists call it dormant DNA, and some call it junk DNA. It's not junk. It's there. It's just dumbed down. And if only these are reawakened and activated, reactivated, wow, we are awesome. We are awesome force to be reckoned with. That's why this various races, these ETs, are so interested in us. That's why we are called spiritual royalty. If only we are able to have this awakening process where this the dormant DNA could be reactivated, we can actually, we don't need all this technological inventions. Just a thought way, everything is just a thought way. We have the tool of manifestation through thinking. We already have it anyway. If we think hard enough, long enough, often enough, we are manifesting that reality through the thoughts. Am I right, Hock?
Right. And I would like also to tell you, Crystal, about the latest happenings in the energy healers world, which I'm very involved in. You know, December 12th has just passed us by. That was a very, very important date for all energy healers, because 12, 12, 21/9 is reduced also to 12. So it's actually triple 12. 12 December, 12, you know, numeric. And a huge and important energy portal has been opened. There is increase in the human resonance arriving on planet Earth. Now, hear this. The 1212 represents the 12 strands of DNA that we all have. And since on the 12th of December, the incoming energies from Alcyon, which is the center of the galaxy, the central sun, beaming to our sun in our part of the solar system, and the sun relays all these huge energy inputs and photons to Earth. And this 12th December was specifically to awaken the DNA. Can you beat that? That's the latest from the energy healing world, Crystal. And well, many of us are involved in the meditations and so on and so forth. And so I think in the year 2020, which is just a few weeks away, we will see a huge shift in human consciousness when the 12 strands of the DNA are being reactivated.
Isn't that wonderful, Hock? But I think it's a step at a time, isn't it? Now we have 2 strands active. Okay, yeah. So we still have the 10 strands that are not active. Okay, so I suppose even with the third strand being active, you already have your psychic abilities back.
Yeah.
You could actually do telepathy and perhaps teleportation, not so much that, step by step. So to have all the 12 strands reactivated, wow, that's going to blow the lid off on the
Exactly.
controllers. I mean, that's going to turn the table absolutely.
That is
That's
why.
that's what they don't want us to go that way, you know. That's why they dumb us down with poisoning our food chain, poisoning
Exactly.
the air we breathe, our waters, our plants, everything's poisoned, just so that they don't want us to have all these 12 strands reactivated.
They are
You
so
think?
scared. They are so
Exactly.
scared. And I feel that many people will be reawakened, and I hope I get back all my memories of my useful previous lives.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That you were told that you were what's his name? Tao Huang.
yeah,
I was
Master
telling you,
Chao,
you were serving in the Empress Palace in the Tang Dynasty. But yeah, isn't it fascinating? If we could have access to our Akashic records and remember
yeah,
everything, then we won't make the same mistakes over and over and over again.
that's right.
And besides, if we remember, we could remember what we have been developing in our past lives so we can carry on advancing it rather than having to reinvent the wheel again, right?
Exactly.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So I, I want to thank you, Crystal, for this little chat that we're having. And are you able to show some of your website and so on? Do you have
I
them
sure
online?
will. I sure will. I'm going to show that now.
Okay.
Yeah, I will share screen. Please
Mhm,
bear with me. If
mhm.
you want to join us, this community of scientists, researchers, developers, and well, enthusiasts of free energy, you don't have to do it young. You can just be enthusiastic about what we do. Join us, and this is the website.
Oh, wow.
Years ago, and that didn't go on well because we had some of the most awful people in there who tried to hijack it. So I then decided, instead of closing it all down, I decided to carry on with the work by starting FESIG. Okay, so let me just show you. Sorry, my browser is a bit slow, but just hang on there. This
Yep,
is the
sure.
true
Good
vision of
time.
this site where I had the idea of, what we do and all that, save the earth, save because this planet was heading for extinction. So we wanted to do some work that could save the extinction process. Sorry, it's a bit slow. Okay, now never mind. I mean, if you go to the website truevisionofpeace.com, you will see it. Okay. And now to revert back to FESIG, which is a free energy special interest group that I started a few years later once this one, the True Vision of Peace, didn't take off very well because I was waiting for the right people to come in, the wrong people. Right. What's happening? Is there a momentary pause? Okay. Okay, I'm sharing screen again of
Yeah,
you. Sorry. So
yeah.
this is the website. If you click on FESIG, the Free Energy Special Interest Group, we have mission, there, our vision, and you want to join us, just click join us button here. And if you got some extras, if you want to pay forward, hit the donate button. We need that. Thus far, it's been like 3, which is dwindling fast savings. And we had some trickle of donations coming in because it's growing quite fast now. And we have the finance membership as well. If you click, you read about it. So now today we don't have much time to talk about everything. Of course, we collaborate which is energy conference. It's like once a year. So it's really so infectious. Science and spirit kind of conversation on the table. And we had the Tommy Broad speaking as well, and Pontus is head of R&D, research and development, that is going very fast. We have about 20 scientists, researchers, developers, electrical engineers, and all that, working together.
Wow, fascinating.
About 3 we come up with instructions. So we'll be running workshops for all who care to learn how to make it themselves, so they don't have to. Okay, of course, there'll be others who want to manufacture it, whatever, If they think about the inventors who want to pay for it, 2% for 1% for royalty fees and 1% for physics, that would be great. We don't mind teaching for free.
Yes. Well, I hope some of our viewers would spend some time looking at the FESIG website.
Sure. And then we had Marie Inside Out. She actually channels the Council of Nine Pleiadians on quantum manifestation, the subject quantum manifestation, and she's an author of quantum manifestation book, nanotechnology, and there's a third one as well. So look out for her, because all the speakers have links to their website. You just need to click on their names. And then we had Fernando Vos.
I think the connection.
Yeah, and so on. So yeah, this is Mike Emery and James making the bubble tag, and we have Walt Jenkins, who invented the first hydrogen-driven car. I mean, the first hydrogen fuel for cars, for vehicles. And he was the one who invented the first moving rig, certainly in Hollywood as well, for filmmaking. They're brilliant, just speakers of this. So Jared Rand's coming up with the celestial chamber, where you can be 85 years old. You just go lie down in this celestial chamber and have several treatments, and you become 35 years old again, or 25. So the fountain of youth is here, folks, and so on and so forth. Carrie Cassidy, and then we had the secret space program people. Well, we had Randy, so many 5G2, a Neil Beamer of the Essential Codes, Miles Johnston, and so on and so forth. So many here that, and then we have James Gilliland of the the ET Ranch, ESETI.
Yes.
The famous ET Ranch, where you just go to his and lots of flying saucers, UFOs every night without fail.
Yeah. Interesting. So
click on the video link, and it will take you to the 90 video.
Right.
Sorry, it takes a while to get in that. There you go. So this is the video channel. No, I mean, this is the video page. You see, every meeting is recorded verbatim and processed onto YouTube. So, and it's all here, you just click on it, and the description, the support is all there for anything like in the database. We get actually to our meeting. Yeah, and our Facebook. Hang on, just click on our Facebook there, and it takes you to our Facebook page where we share all kinds of things on free energy. That it's quite like a library, you know, of the subjects on free energy. If you click on this one, you get into our YouTube channel. Okay, so basically, I don't want to take too much of the time. So this and you click on our Facebook and you can get indulged. Thank you, Yeoh. I think basically that's it. Yeah.
Thank you, Crystal, for a most.
Oh, I couldn't hear you now.
Oh, are we on still?
Yes, because you know what? You were silent for a couple of moments now and again. I think something's not quite
It's
working.
okay. It's okay, Crystal. I thank you for your time, and you've given us a lot of information, and our viewers should visit the websites and get to know more about the organization FESIG. And so we'll meet again.
Yes, we will help you. I just want to tell viewers that the website is truevisionofthis.com / hang on, let me share screen again in case you can't get in / truevisionofthis.com / oh gosh, sorry. Oh dear. / FESIG HTML correctly. Okay, this is it. All right.
All right.
Truevisionofthis.com / FESIG.html. This is it. Okay. Right.
Okay.
So thank you, you. And it's amazing that you share your knowledge on people working on shifting consciousness and energy as well. Thank you so much, you. And I would say, you would say Omitofu. I would say Namaste.
Omitofu.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye for now. How are you?
Bye.
It's lovely.